Good morning everybody, myself Acharya Vishvendra, and today I'm going to discuss a worksheet on the physics formula list used in various chapters. So basically it's up to mechanics we have covered. Let's start with discussing the very basic concepts, the basic terms related to the various topics of physics. So let's begin the discussion with velocity average. So average velocity is displacement by the time interval. It's the ratio of displacement and time interval. Basically vector quantity, and average velocity is along the direction of displacement, and it is inversely related to the time interval. That means larger the time interval for a constant displacement, more will be the velocity. So this we can conclude using this. Next term that we have is average speed. So average speed is the ratio of distance traveled and the time taken. Average speed is a scalar quantity, and it is actually the ratio of the distance and the time taken in covering that distance. One more thing that we can carry out is that average speed is always greater than or equal to the magnitude of average velocity, and both are equal when the particle moves in a straight line without change in direction. So that is possible when the cross product of velocity and acceleration is zero and the dot product is positive. So that is a condition for which average velocity, the magnitude of average velocity and average speed are same for a given motion. Next is instantaneous velocity. So it is the rate of change of position vector. It is the same thing actually. We just make the time interval infinitesimally small. That is why we use dt. And during that infinitesimally small time interval dt, the displacement is dr. So from there, the definition comes to be dr by dt. If we talk in terms of coordinates x, y, and z, instantaneous velocity becomes dx by dt, dy by dt, or dz by dt if we are talking in terms of x, y, and z coordinates in a rectangular coordinate system. So that explains how instantaneous velocity can be calculated in different scenarios in different cases. So that's general analysis of instantaneous velocity. Now thing is magnitude of instantaneous velocity or the instantaneous speed. So instantaneous speed is given by Vt, which is also the magnitude of instantaneous velocity, which is mod of dr by dt, which can be equal to dx by dt mod dy by dt mod dz by dt mod. So thing is that instantaneous speed is magnitude of the instantaneous velocity is always positive if the particle is moving, and this is how we can calculate it out. Next term that we have is average acceleration, which is delta v by delta t, that is change in velocity divided by the time interval. So that explains the definition of the average acceleration. Similarly, we have the concept of instantaneous acceleration, which is dv by dt. Then we have momentum. Momentum is mass into velocity. Then we have average momentum. It is integration of p dt t1 to t2 by t2 minus t1, which is definition of average of any physical quantity. But if you calculate it out, it's equal to m into velocity average, assuming that the mass is constant. So that is the definition of average momentum of a body. Next is if we define average force. So average force is integration of dt t1 to t2 by t2 minus t1. This is how we can define average force. Next is instantaneous force, which is dp by dt, the rate of change of linear momentum of a body is the instantaneous force acting on it. This is how we can define these terms. Next is work done. So work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. Work done can also be given as integration of f dot ds, which is the very general expression of calculating the work done by a force. And if we think in terms of graph, then it is equal to the area under fs graph with proper sign. So that is how things can be explained. So these are the simple worksheets, simple facts based on the chapters. Let's continue further. Then we have kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is half ma square or p square by 2m. So these are the basic terms related to mostly the chapters of mechanics. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the doubt section, in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.